My name is Grant McAtee, and I'm excited to present to you an idea of a technology um, addition that we can make to K through 3 classrooms in the school. It's an honor to be here in front of the district, and let's get started. So the reason I'm speaking today is because obviously technology has taken over pretty much all over the world. It's being used everywhere. But the problem is that it's introduced, kind of thrown into kids' lives in about fourth grade of the school system, but they're not yet adapted to it. So it's causing teachers to take the first week of class and teach them all about how to use technology, which is great and fine, except that it puts them behind on their own curriculum. And so I would like to talk about adding this technology to K through 3 classrooms just to give them a head start, so maybe it doesn't take so long to introduce the iPads to them in fourth grade. So the solution that I have and the technology that I think would be great to add to the classrooms is the NearHub board. It's the model S75. I think this would be great because it's very mobile. You can move it all over the room. It's got great features like collaboration, so students could learn how to share. Um, it's also exciting. You could do all different kinds of things on it, like welcome to class questions. Um, you could obviously do projects on them, but another big thing is learning. So we could split students up into groups of 5 to 7 or so, and it could be a way for them to kind of work together and learn together rather than asking questions from the teacher all the time. I found that learning on your own or with help from students amongst you is very beneficial because you're kind of in the same mindset. Um, the cost for these boards is $3,900 per board. The thought is to have 2 boards per classroom, so that would add up to a total of $7,800 for the classroom. And then with the 200 students that we have, that'd be about 20 students per classroom. So total, it would be about $78,000, which I know is a lot, but I think it would really be great and beneficial for the students and their learning as we go forward. Now, a big question is how are you going to implement this to the class? How are you going to get them used to it without kind of blowing them away? The idea is to have the 2 boards, one in each corner of a room. It's not necessarily to use them all day or for every lesson, but for little things that kind of get students introduced to them. So one thing would be, like I'd mentioned earlier, the welcome to class questions or little polls that they can answer. Um, and I think this would be great for the start of the week or start of the class because it gets students excited to be in class and it kind of gets them excited to learn and press new buttons and do all that kind of new stuff on new technology. Um, we could use it for in the class learning. So for students that maybe have not so great vision but don't have glasses and they struggle to see far away, we can move boards up close. One of the boards up closer to them and then mirror the writing or the teaching on there, and they can still see and learn just as the rest of the class without having to necessarily struggle to see what's being written or being taught. Another great thing, how we could implement this would be subplans. Obviously, subplans are really hard because um, they're kind of last second, especially when you get sick or something like that. So if teachers can do the lesson online, post it on the board, and then that board can be shown to the students in smaller groups so they can learn kind of in smaller, like independently in a way. I think that'd be much more, um, much better for the students because it's better than a sub that they don't know just kind of talking to them and then students can zone out and not focus too well. Um, I think it'd be pretty simple to implement them because it's not like it's blowing the students away. We're just giving them little simple things to do, but allowing them to explore and learn a little bit about technology so they can easily adapt to it, to iPads or higher tech in 4th through 6th grade and then all the way up through high school. It's kind of just giving them a head start. Um, and the impact this is going to make, I think it can make a huge impact. Obviously, technology can be great, but it can also be detrimental to learning. I think this tech provides a productive way to learn without kind of overtaking or being super distracting to students because not each of them has one. It's kind of a privilege to get together and use it, so they can learn respect for the device and not they're not learning to rely on the device. They're just learning to kind of use it at the start, which is good for them. Obviously, it's a great way to get students excited to be there because even for young students, showing up to class in the morning, we're tired, not necessarily looking forward to be there, but being there, but being able to press buttons and kind of mess around with tech is exciting for them. And why not give them a jump start in the crazy world we live in with tech? This way, it's easily run by teachers. We can control it, everything like that without students getting out of hand and kind of going out on their own. So, thank you for listening, and I hope you consider this in the next district meeting.